Hello YouTube, how the devil are you? Welcome back to another video, and as you can see by the title, this is a chart and showing my top 40 Master System games. Well, 40 my favourite Master System games. And believe it or not, right, that was hard to get into a list. You think top 10s are hard? Try doing a top 40, it's just as hard. Honestly, let me tell you, it's games that was left out, right, that even now I'm thinking I'm only doing 40 because it's the 40th anniversary of the Master System on the 20th of October. I know that through a good mate, Ollie, old 8-Bit Boy UK. Yeah. So let's get on with it. Before I talk about some stuff, I've got to always want to show this because it is Master System related. It's Wonder Boy. It's one of my favourite things ever. And it's Wonder Boy there, look at that. How awesome is that? That's what Craig Goodwin's place wife Kerry made me. Absolutely love that. And like I said, I can't talk about the Master System and do a 40th anniversary video. Just pop that up there for safety on there. I can't do a 40th anniversary and talk about the Master System and some of my favourite stuff and all that without mentioning that. Yeah. Like I said, so the Master System, I got it, I think it was in 87 or 88, Christmas morning. Like I said this story many times, circling stuff in the car. Well, even before I get onto the fucking catalogue, I was going to say calculator then. Yeah, remember, like I said, I used to play a lot of Wonder Boy down in the calf, local calf, Rose's calf. And looking through the catalogue one before Christmas, you know, it's like got to circle stuff, so obviously Santa got access to this catalogue, haven't you, so you can see what you want. Yeah, and I seen Wonder Boy in it, and I thought, oh, look at that. And then obviously because it was on Master System, hard to get that, so I got my Master System in 87 or 88, it might have been 88 actually, and I got it with Wonder Boy and Action Fighter, and it also come with the hang-on card. No box, just the card and snail maze built in. Yeah. I had that for a couple of years and I stupidly broke the RF, you know, the little metal boxing. I broke that, and me being as dull as what I was and my mother not being much more intelligent than me, thought the whole thing was broke. So we got rid of that Master System and she got me a new Master System, which was the Master System 2, which obviously in a patch on the Master System 1, but meant I still got to play my games apart from Hang On because didn't have a card adapter. But anyway, right then, let's get on with it. So before I get into my top 40 games, I just want to give a little shout out to this game. It's probably got the worst, well, in fact, I don't think this is the worst box art on the Master System. That's Action Fighter in my opinion. Like I said, that's terrible box art for the game. But this one is universally hated for box art, and so I got to give a little mention to it, and that's Pro Wrestling. And the matter is, like, it's actually a really good game. Like I said, oh sorry about like that. If you get a chance to play that, give it a go. Like I said, don't let that box art put you off. Kind of look like Hulk Hogan ripped his own head off back in the day, didn't I? Anyway, so that's Pro Wrestling. Right, so again, the top 10 is arguably my top 10. Definitely the top 5. Right, that's my top 5 Master System games of all time. But the other 30 to 35 are some of my favourites. So if there's games here in a position, like I know there's going to be one come up, which is not too far away, and you're going to be thinking, how the fucking hell is that there? So don't get... Anyway, it's my fucking list. If you fucking got an issue with, we don't fucking list. Anyway, right, so starting off at number 40, we got Golden Axe. Like I said, done this recently for Stu's, well, this week actually, because I'm recording this on the 9th of October, and I'm going to put it out then on the 20th. So yeah, great memories. I was borrowing this off my mate all the time, and yeah, it was my mate who had the Master System. He had it for Christmas. Again, I've told his story as well. He was so spoilt. Remember one year, we was like, right then, what should we ask for Christmas? And he said, I'm going to ask for a Master System. And we was like, we had a little chat. We said, right, we'll just ask for all Master System games. So I had about 8 or 9 Master System games and a few little bits, some bobs more. He had a Master System, 25 games, and no shitting, right, 25 games. A KX80 motorbike, right, and but like I said, right, as spoiled as he was good as gold. I could borrow any game off him. Same with me, we was like brothers growing up. Like I said, I was down at his house just as much as what he was at my house. Like I said, absolute brilliant family. Anyway, so that's Golden Axe. Like I said, not bad box art on it, has it? So that's that one. Next one up, probably my best worst game of all time. And yes, I am putting a rubbish game in my favourites, because I love this game, but it's terrible. It's absolute terrible. I still remember getting this on a Christmas morning. I think it was the year that I just told me, my mate just said all Master System stuff. And it's Back to the Future 2. Like I said, fucking, you see that box art, right? And I don't care how bad the game is, it's worth having. No, just for that. Look at that. Some of the best box art ever in there. Terrible game, great box art. Next one up, again, another great game. I don't know why I'm opening them up as if it's not a fucking pickups video. Don't make any difference if I've got manuals or not. So. Right. Yeah, next one up, great game, and one we done recently as well for Stu's One Life Challenge. And it's the Ninja. Again, played this loads back in the day. This is one I had myself. Like I said, look at that big star there. So you can get the power up. Yes, like I said, some of these games I wouldn't have actually owned myself back in the day, because we had like a group of us, and like I said, we all played football together, we was out on our bikes together, everything. We could drink when we got a bit older, we was drinking together, we was camping out together. We were just a really good group of mates, and a few of us had the Master System, so it was like basically just swapping games, you there and everyone lending them and stuff like that. So anyway, that's the Ninja. That's one I actually owned. This one up now, I didn't actually own this back in the day, and this was a gift a couple of years ago off John, 1MX to go. So like I said, really thank you for that, John. I love this game. Brilliant game. And this is one I used to borrow off my mate, another one who had the motorbike, loads of games, my other mate. And that's RC Grand Prix. Again, we loved RC cars back in the day. Look how awesome that is. Look at that box art. So I'd love to get one of them now. What is it? Tamia? Something like that, isn't it? Yeah. Great game. One got loads of fond memories of. Next one up. I would have got this for on a Christmas morning. And again, it's not the great game. I can't imagine many other people would mention this and put it in a favourites list, even if it is a 40 favourites list. But anyway, that's Tom and Jerry. Love Tom and Jerry, the cartoon growing up. Still love it now. Brilliant. And yeah, seeing this in would have been the catalogue. I suppose the catalogue or Toys R Us. Might have actually been Toys R Us actually. Anyway, yeah. So seeing that, I had to get it. And like I said, it's not an amazing game, but it's one I like. That's Tom and Jerry. So what was that? That was 40, 39, 38. Oh, I don't know anyway. So look, next one up, probably my favourite light gun game. Well, definitely my favourite light gun game on the Master System. It's the only light gun game that I made the 40. And you're probably thinking it's Operation Wolf, but it's not. It's Rescue Mission. Now I got this back in the day with, it comes as a little bundle with the light phaser. Like I said, it wasn't in the box or was it in the box? No, I think it was just an offer. I get the light phaser and this together. I think it was about like 30 or 40 pound, I think, something like that. But I got this and I was terrible at this. So what I used to do is to have the light phaser. I used to get as close to the telly as you can, and I just would go like that. So yeah, like I said, love Rescue Mission. Loads of great memories with that. And again, this is what I base a lot of my stuff on. like I say, when I say favourite, it's not like how good the game is. I know there's better games. There's fucking better games on the Master System than Tom and Jerry and Back to the Future, but the nostalgia and the memories, I got, that's what I love about it. Next one up, like I said, such an underrated game, this. Such an underrated game. You can pick this up quite cheap. And I'm sure, like I said, my mate, Morgie, who had loads of games, so I used to borrow this off him back in the day as Kung Fu Kid. Like I said, really cheap game. But again, loads of fun. And again, another really underrated game. Next one up. Oh, belter. Again, you never see this in a lot of, I don't think you'd see this in a top 10. But it's a great game. And as Paperboy, like I said, spent ages playing the arcade version of this when we was on holidays. So when I was on the Master System, I had to get it. Yeah. Love a bit of Paperboy. Next one up. One of the hardest shooters I think I've ever played on any system at all. Like I said, you're a master of Cloud. So do you know what is yet? Cloud Master. Shit joke, I know. So yeah, like I said, this video might go on a little bit. So yeah, like I said, if you haven't played Cloud Master, highly recommend it. It's a great game. So number 31 now, so last one of that 10. Again, this would be probably in, I reckon this would be in a lot of people's top 5. I didn't actually play this a lot back then. I've played a loads more since then. And like I said, I've got on the Switch and the PS4. Love the game. And again, so it's not in any particular order, as you can see with this one. That's Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap. Like I said, what a game that is. And I'd say that's, for me, probably the best 8-bit game ever across any system. Like I said, my opinion, I know, but that's what I would say about that. So right then, so we got the next 10 games now. Again, one, ooh, I used to borrow this game a lot off my mate who had, well, my mate Tim, who I used to borrow RC Grand Prix off. And again, great game, loads of fun. Never used to like Flying Disc on it. Obviously, it's a California game. Never used to like Flying Disc on it back in the day. But when I play this now, I play Flying Disc quite a bit. Don't ask me why. Like I said, great game. Loads of good memories with that. Like I said, yeah, I bought off my mate Tim. And when I was taking it back, if he wasn't there, I always remember like sticking it through the letterbox. And he was quite tight, his letterbox. And because it was all glass and all, you'd hear it fall and you'd hear some bangs and you think, oh, I hope that arm broke now. But yeah, that's California Games. One we've just literally done for GoTuff's 6-year anniversary on YouTube. And I was Outrun 2. I done on a 15-course challenge. But this is Outrun on a Master System. You are. People might look at that and think that's crap box art. But I love that. I love that. Right, even if that none of that was there, that just seeing that car, you know exactly what it is now. Like I said, it does play well on the Master System. Don't get me wrong, obviously it's better on the arcade and Mega Drive and all that, but yeah, really good game. And again, one I used to borrow off my mate Morgie, who had, when we say he had loads of games, he must have had about, I had a good few. I must have had about 25 to 30, I'd say. But he must have had perhaps double that over the course of when you had system. So that's that. Next one up. Oh, love this game. And again, it's another underrated game as well. Alien Syndrome. Used to love it in the arcade. And I know Mike Shed, when we went up to, oh, what was it? Berry Arcade Club a couple of years back. Mike come over and he loved playing Alien Syndrome up there. He turned up his Alien Syndrome t-shirt as well. I took a photo of him playing Alien Syndrome as well. So yeah, just a little story there. Yeah, definitely underrated game. Now that did not, I can't remember if I owned that or my mate had it. That's what I mean. A lot of it blurs because, like I said, I always remember playing them. But This is one I definitely did have and was mine. And like I said, for anyone in know, he was Thunder Black. Thunder Blade, like I said, such hard as nails game. Like I said, them parts there. Yeah, like I said, the little top down parts are they really good. It's when you go on site, it's solid. Like I said, loved it on the Master System, loved it on a Mega Drive, and blew my mind in the arcade. It was just sitting the big thing, you had like the thing in hand, you could move all the thing, yeah. Anyway, Thunder Blade. Next one up, one of the most underrated racing games ever, I think. Like I said, love this game. When I first had this, I had it for Christmas, again, many years ago. So I seen it, it was one I circled in the catalogue. And I got it, and I didn't even look at the screenshots at the back. So all I seen was Enduro Race, and I loved Enduro Race in the arcade. Used to play it on holidays, and I was playing it last year at Play Blackpool as well. Like with the handlebars, and you'd do a wheelie, and as you go over the jumps, you'd pull just to go that bit further and land. So when I first started this, because it wasn't like that, I was thinking, no, I don't really like that. And that day, that Christmas, I thought I felt a little bit let down with it. But the more I played it, the more I really enjoyed it. So yeah, definitely one of the most underrated racers of all time, in my opinion. Next one up. Now this is one, right, I never had this back in the day. Didn't know, I used to see it in the catalogue all the time. So look at the artwork and I was thinking, what the hell's that? For some reason, I used to think it was like a puzzle game or something. And I don't know if anyone can remember Matthew Hartley. It must have been about 10 years ago. He had this spare and he sent it to me. And that's Fantasy Zone. Yeah, like I said, don't ask me why. I used to look at it, right? And I didn't even see the screenshots at the back, but it just never entered my mind it'd be a great game. But I got it, like I said, played it quite a bit, and when we done it for Ollie's Master System Challenge, I got hooked. I fucking hooked. Every free second I had, I was playing it. Absolutely love that game. Fantasy Zone. Next one up, the best Alex Kidd game in my humble opinion. And like I said, that's probably going to spoil it because there's no more Alex Kidd games on the list after this. And that's Alex Kidd in Shinobi World. Yeah, like I said, love this game. And this is Game of the Month for the Club 52, which I picked. We picked 3 games, put on a wheel spin. So anyone who wants to get involved in that, even if just for this month playing this, just play that. Like I said, we'll have to sort out the stream. I'm hoping one of the lads helps me out on it because I haven't got a clue how to do, was it fucking StreamYard? Is it StreamYard? Something like that, yeah, anyway. I'm fucking terrible at shit like that. So yeah, Alex Kidd in Shinobi World, again, one I had back in the day, and I bought this one back a couple of years ago. Well, it's got to be over 10 years ago now, I've been shut for ages. I was going to a shop called Next Level Games in Pontypridd, and I bought this from it, I think it was a £5, and it's going up. Yeah, it's not fucking astronomical, but it's definitely quite a bit more than a £5 now. I have been talking about 20 minutes, so I'm boring myself. Yeah, like I said, great game. That is, highly recommend that. Probably my second favourite box art on the Master System. Like I said, love this game. Ate the hang glider. It's got my favourite Sonic character in it as well. Tails. That's Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Yeah, I can remember getting... when did I get that? Because when we was kids, right, a lot of the time we used to have games for like Christmas or your birthday. But I think this is one. Because me and my sister... Well, my sister had the original Sonic. I never had it. My sister had it because she had a Master System as well. And she had it, and we didn't get along, me and my sister, growing up. Like, we'd argue all the time. We'd fight, we'd bicker. It was like cats and dogs, honestly. Right? But when Sonic came out, I think it shocked my mother and my, because we used to live with my nan, me, my mother and my sister. And I think it shocked them that we'd play that game again, we wouldn't argue at all. We'd like encourage each other, we'd play take turns and that. So when this come out, and I asked for it, he was like, yeah, no problem at all. So yeah, it's a little memory there. And look at that box art. It's absolutely brilliant, that, isn't it? Love a bit of Sonic the Hedgehog too. Next one up, like I said, this scares a lot of hate, but I think it's brilliant. And I think it gives a, you know, Johnny Millennium, the the happy console gamer, hates this game. And I don't know whether, like, some people jump on a bandwagon because of that, but I really like this game, and that is Dynamite Ducks. Again, this is one my mate Mogi had, the one with a lot of games. I used to borrow this off him quite often. I played for this not so long ago as well. Was it this year? Might be this year for Club 52. Like I said, definitely not a bad game at all. And the last one of them, 10. Again, brilliant shoot 'em up. Like I said, we had this in, I'm sure this was in the sports centre, a local sports centre growing up, on the arcade. I used to play it a lot. And again, when the catalogue come out for Christmas for Santa, I remember seeing this thing. I thought, oh, I got to have that, so I circled that. And fair play to Santa, that Christmas morning it was there, and that's Choplifter. Like I said, such a great game that is. Like I said, love that game. Again, box art's crap, right? But I look at that and I know it's Choplifter, and that would have had me anyway back in the day. You know, with stuff like Blue Thunder and Airwolf. Even if I didn't know what Choplifter was, just seeing that I would have wanted to get it anyway. Right, so we're on into the 20 now, guys. And at number 20 is my favourite box art ever. Again, I used to borrow this off my mate Tim, who had RC Grand Prix and California Games. He was also the one as well, when I've spoken about, who used to have his brother's fake ID, and we'd go to the show, and his brother is a couple of years older than me and him, and like, well, he married my sister now, his brother. And yeah, like I said, me and Tim would, like I said, I had the PS1 and he had the Saturn, and yeah, just great. I would have brilliant memories around that time. Anyway, the game is Psycho Fox. Now this one, I done a trade with Lee Retro Chef, and this is quite a hard one to find now, and as you can see, it's a label misprint, so the H is missing. Yeah, like I said, I never get rid of that. Like I said, it's very uncommon, I think, to find that. And you know, people who collect like the misprints and that, I think a few of them have said it's quite hard to find. So anyway, that's that. I will pick up another copy of this, mine just with a tidy one as well, just so the nostalgia and memories I got of it. Like I said, it's quite hard to play when you first start playing, but when you get used to the moving and the jumping, it's not bad. Next one up, like I said, my favourite football game, or soccer, I say soccer ball, my favourite football game on the Master System. So I got this on Christmas, I'm assuming it was like in 90, World Cup Italia 90, and yeah, I could score quite often on it. Now it's hard to get it right to score, but I'm sure it was that I used to, that's correct, isn't it? I just got correct there. I'm sure that's Rudy Voller there. Oh, was that Caniggia? If you look at that now, you'd probably think Batistuta, but obviously he wasn't around then, I don't think, in 1990 World Cup. So I think that was Caniggia, I think. I think that's what it was based on anyway. But yeah, like I said, great memories playing World Cup Italia 90. Again, another underrated Master System game. Brilliant game. Used to play this on the arcade quite a lot. I'd love to find a 4-player arcade of this now. Like I said, just I get 4 people playing on it. Love it. But I got to be the elf. Not just because I'm a short ass, but I just always go the elf on it. And that's Gauntlet. And again, look at that artwork here. Brilliant. I reckon the Master System got crap artwork. So just looking over there at Pro Wrestling. Yeah, so I got this on for Christmas back in the day. So love that game. Next one up, like I said, I had this with my Master System, but it was a card version. And that's Hang On. Like I said, I should get a card version back now. So you can get a box, but it's really expensive, because obviously it just come loose. So I think you'll find like quite a lot more repo boxes around of it. Yeah, the most explosive bike ever. Like I said, little touch, blown to bits. Yeah, great game. Like I said, I used to love playing that in the arcade as well. Like I said, I used to sit on a motorbike. I couldn't reach the floor, so my mother had to move me around. So yeah, that's Hang On. Next up, the game I spoke about earlier. Again, brilliant game. And to me, I prefer this over the Mega Drive version. I think this is a better game all round. And that's Sonic the Hedgehog. And it's mad that that little blue thing was like fucking like a peace thing between me and my sister. Mad. So yeah, love the old blue guy there. She didn't have it for Christmas. I think it must have been in the winter, because I remember we'd be sitting up in my bedroom and we'd be playing it, and it was quite dark, and it wasn't late, so it must have been around like the October time, or it might have been a birthday actually, September. Yeah, it might have been. Anyway, again, another really underrated game, and my mate Morgie had this. I said he used to borrow this off him often, or play it down his house as well. Like I said, still love playing this now. It's really great run and gun and very underrated. And that's Time Soldiers. Like I said, great game as you go through all different stages in time. You have like a dinosaur there, tank. Hard as nails, but a really good game. Now this one up. I bought this back in the day. I bought it purely based on a box art. I remember somebody heard me talk about a shop that we had around by us called Soft Centre, and I remember walking in there, right? And I said, because I love Golden Axe, me and my mates played in the arcade a lot. Like I said, played on the Master System. Obviously I didn't have the Mega Drive at this time. I remember walking in Soft Centre and they had Golden Axe Warrior, and I thought, oh, it's got to be a Golden Axe too, so I picked it up. I was walking over and I was going to get in, and again, it wasn't a Christmas. If it'd be like a Christmas out the catalogue and that was it, I probably would have got that and this game, would have circled them, because it was like just a one-off, one of the odd times you get a game then. I was walking past and I seen this, and because I was watching a lot of RoboCop, I seen Harry Spot and I thought, oh god, I gotta get this. And I love the game, right? Love the game. And I have got Golden Axe Warrior, but it's like I bought a loose cart. And I think I had it from CX about £45 a couple of years ago. But I got like a repo cover for it. But the reason why I mentioned the story about Golden Axe Warrior, because it's expensive now. Well, if I had got it then, back in the day, instead of this, when I started collecting games again, like years and years ago, I would have got it, and I probably would have paid £20 to £30 for it tops, I expect. And now it's like probably £100 now, is it something like that? Yeah. Anyway. Enough of me jibber jabbering. As he SWAT, like I said, and obviously we used to watch so much RoboCop that when we seen that, I was like, oh, gotta get that. Again, I don't mind it either. Honest God, right, this game here, the amount of grass I cut and the amount of trips back and forth the shop I've done, and again, I've told the story before to get this game back in the day, and that's Mortal Kombat. Love this game. Right. It's not as good obviously as the Mega Drive version and other versions, but for a little 2-button game, right, how the hell they got this on the Master System, I'll never know. So yeah, great game that is. Like I said, and again, some people might slate it, but it's not bad at all if you give it a chance. Next one up is probably just pipped as my favourite Disney game on the Master System by another game, which will soon be appearing. And again, I think this is better than the Mega Drive version as well, I think. And that's Castle of Illusion, starring Donald Duck. There, look, see the duck. Again, this is one I had back in the day. Or did my sister have it? I'm sure it was me that had this. And yeah, great game, really good platformer. Like I said, completed this on Ollie's Master System Challenge a couple of years ago as well. And I'm not sure if that was the first time I ever completed it, actually. Next one up, my favourite Disney game of all time. Like I said, love this game. It's so good. And like I said, it's cheap as chips. I think when I bought this back, got this from Next Level Games, and I think I paid £2 for it. Complete, nice condition. And as like I said, Lucky Dime Caper starring Donald Duck. And again, just look at that artwork on it. Look at it. Absolute fantastic artwork on it. Yeah, love Donald Duck and Lucky Dime Caper. Right then, so we're into the top 10 now. Again, the first 5, you're now right, you could probably put these in any order. They'd all would be in my top 10, but 6 to 10 and could be anyway. Anyway, next up, again, really great platformer game. Again, brilliant box art. And probably the best £1.04 I've ever spent in my life. And that's Asterix. Like I said, when it turned up off eBay, I was shocked. Like I said, nice and complete, really great condition. It was late, I was on, it was a Saturday night, I remember when I bought it, Saturday night. Watched match today, had a couple of drinks, watching that. Just about to go to bed, so I go have a look on eBay when Mass System ending soonest, and this popped up. I think it was like one bid on it, like 99p, something out of £1. And I just bid on it. I can't remember how much I put on it now. But it come up £1.04. Didn't think anything of it. And then woke up next day, you are the winner. I thought, get out, £1.04, happy days. So yeah, Asterix, absolute brilliant game. I don't even know how much it goes on now, but it's not a lot. Again, cheap game. But one I did have back in the day. And I love the dog, was it Dog Matrix? Love the dog things in there when you bounce it on the balloons. Right, next one up, one never had back in the day. Played it in the arcade, never had on a Mass System, but absolute love it now. I've got so many different versions of like Bust a Move and Bubble Bobble and that, and I had to have this. Like I said, old Bubble Bob Airlock. I think everyone who've played Bubble Bobble loves Bubble Bobble, doesn't they? I don't know how many top 10 lists it'd get in, but it's in mine. Like I said, I used to play it in the local chippy back in the day on the arcade. My second favourite shmup on the Mass System, and again, I think this game is so underrated. Like I said, I think a couple of years back, I think I convinced a couple of people to buy it. And again, I completed this not so long ago. It was this year I completed it, and just completed it, played through. Never expected to play through it all, and I did. And our Submarine Attack, like I said, love this game. Like I said, I had this Christmas morning. It's been 1991, something like that. Again, thanks to Santa, looking at that catalogue. But yeah, like I said, great game. If you haven't played that, I'd highly recommend it. Next one up, like I said, love this game. Now I used to borrow this every now and again off one of the boys. I never really bothered with him much. It's like I said, we knew each other, we was in school and that together. But I never played football with him or nothing like that. I didn't really hang around with him. He was just someone who played the game off and swapped the game with. But then when we got older, then we did bother together quite a lot from probably 17 to about 20, something like that. Anyway, nice guy, Chris. And that's Double Dragon. Like I said, I did have a break a couple of years back. I had a break off, I was going to say eBay and off YouTube. And when I come back, that's the first game I played when I got back on it. So yeah, love Double Dragon. Great memories of that. Like I said again, Mass System, the arcade, play it loads. This game, right, is brilliant. Absolute brilliant. And I got this from Super Tomato in Cardiff. Like I said, I used to have my office in too far from it. It's probably about a 10-15 minute walk. I used to go down there quite often. So I got this from there again. We've seen the most explosive motorbike ever. You're now seeing the most explosive car ever. And that's World Grand Prix. I said, yeah, I paid £4 for that a couple of years back. Like I said, love this game. Still great to play now because I love pole position in the arcade. Like I said, when I seen this on the Master System, I thought, oh, I gotta get that. So yeah. And again, another Christmas game from many, many years ago. Right. So now we're into the top 5. And again, this don't need anything for me. Everyone played this. It's one my mate Morg used to have back in the day, and it's bought off him regular, and that's R-Type. And again, I got this one back from Next Level Games. I think I paid £10 or £15, I think, for this, something like that. Good few years ago now, and again, love this game. The condition on it is brilliant. I've played it fucking loads since then, and it still kicks my ass. Yeah, look at that. That artwork on that. And I'm sure I got that on the fridge as a magnet as well. I'm sure I have. Anyway, so that was 5. Number 4 now, still cheapest chips to pick up. It's got the worst box art. I had it with my Master System, and that's Action Fighter. Love this game. I know Clint Retro Rewind loves this game as well. Like I said, it's, again, when you're the motorbike on, yeah, you need a little touch, and I think, right, this was the first ever Master System game I played on my Master System. She was, because I played this before I played Wonder Boy. So I just remember looking at the bag and thought, oh, go on, we'll have a try of that then. And if anyone's struggling with this game, Dorky_pen. That's all I'll say. Yeah, like I said, that. Again, I always say, yeah, and it'll always be a magnifying glass to me. And even though now I know it's a motorbike wing mirror, it'll always be a magnifying glass. Right? And the only reason I got this and circled this, my Master System, because I think at the time he was like, my mother said, all right, don't circle too much now because Santa can't afford too much. I think it was something like that, and I think this is about a tenner in the catalogue at the time. So yeah, so that's why I circled that, because honestly, you wouldn't have bought that game, no looking at that, but it turned out to be one of my most favourite games ever. So that's 4. So number 3, again, I much prefer this over the arcade version. The arcade version is just brutal. But this, like I said, back in the day, it was my first ever. It's the first game I used to do like late night gaming on. I used to take my Master System up my grand's when I used to stay up there before I moved in with her. And I remember I'd just be able to come in like about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, are you in bed now, love? And I'd be like, oh yeah, just go in now. And then about an hour later, I'd still be playing it, and she'd come back, and I'd like just knock the telly off and then pretend I was sleeping. Yeah, complete this on one night without dying back in the day. Can't do it anymore now. But Shinobi, love Shinobi. Like I said, I think that would get in a lot of people's lists, I think. Next one up, the game that got me proper hooked on gaming. Like I said, love this game. Used to play it, like I said, down Rose's Calf. It was a game that, like I said, just everything clicked, and it's still perfect to play now. Was it this year I finished this? Either this year or last year when I got all the dolls, and first time I've ever done that. And that's Wonder Boy. I played through this for, the Razas. Yeah, Raza and Shan Cup. This year I played through this. I didn't get all the dolls, I think I missed 2 of them. But yeah, I completed it anyway. Just not fully completed it. Yeah, love Wonder Boy. Like I said, there's the thing I showed you at the start up there. This was the game that dug his claws in and got me hooked. Love this game. And again, number 1 will always be my favourite game of all time. Yeah, didn't actually own this one back in the day. My mate Morgie did. And yeah, we used to find stuff together on this, and like I said, just love this game. Like I said, I play through it every month now. And I've got a video on thing in like as private as a full playthrough. I think when I was testing the Elgato out. So yeah, just love it. Like I said, the memories of that game was unbelievable. Like I said, I remember playing it in on the arcade cabin. I'm sure it was in Bacca's Fish Bar. Like I said, I got so lucky as a kid growing up with the games we had there. Like I said, when people used to find it and stuff, and because this wasn't enough exactly the same, just some stuff was a little bit different. So when he found one here as well, he was buzzing. So yes, guys, that is my little chat about the Master System. Still my favourite console of all time. I absolutely love it. Will always love it. That will always be my favourite game of all time. That will always be in my top 10 games of all time. So yeah, like I said, it'd be great to hear your thoughts on the Master System, guys. Like I said, no doubt there's going to be a few more Sega Master System videos going up around this time now, and I can't wait to watch them all. Absolutely love the system. Anyway, just for watching, guys. I'm going to catch you in the next one. All the best.